Hola my beauties, welcome or welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Gurishq Kaur, and in today's video it's basically just catching up with life and catching up with you guys at what's going on in life, because it's been super long and I'm just like, I owe you more than just an apology for how long it's been since we chatted, right? And yeah, I really have a lot to share, and the reason why I have been gone and so inconsistent on YouTube as well as on my Instagram handle of lately, there's a lot for us to talk, right? Regardlessly, if you want to know how I created this soft matte base makeup look to begin with, then please keep on watching, because I do have some of my favorite products, especially in this rainy humid season, that you can wear to create that perfect soft matte base. And for that I rely on my Mamaearth Glow Serum Foundation. You guys have already seen me using and talk about this foundation so often because it genuinely is such a good product. This one currently comes in a range of 7 shades. The finish is actually very skin-like, yet it gives a very decent amount of coverage. I could call it a medium coverage and is most certainly buildable. It's the kind of foundation that you can truly use on a daily basis, also because it has the goodness of vitamin C and turmeric, so it's also good for your skin that way. Well, Mamaearth is indeed known for making makeup with properties of skincare. Love how it beautifully covered my acne scars along with giving me that coverage without stealing the skin's natural glow. And the next obvious step to lock in that base goodness and set it all in had to be the Mamaearth Glow Oil Compact. This one also contains SPF 25 and comes in a shade range of 4 shades. The actual compact powder is pretty finely milled, also has a good medium coverage to it. And hey, it's completely talc free and made safe certified, so your makeup is free of toxins. Also, did you guys know that Mamaearth is a plastic positive Indian brand, which means they recycle more plastic than they consume. Additionally, every time you place an order along Mamaearth, they link your order to a tree that they plant, and by 2025, they're aiming to plant 1 million trees. Alrighty guys, so that was all about makeup. Now let's come back to life and just talk about stuff. I'm not even gonna like do my makeup alongside in this video because I just wanted to sit down and vent out literally. I'm much aware that I'm venting it out on the internet, but I still really wanted to, because this is my family. You people are a lot to me, okay, and I had to share it, and it's nothing that I'm ashamed of. I'm just gonna dive straight into it. Alright, so I had been diagnosed with clinical depression, borderline clinical depression, as well as generalized anxiety disorder. I have had anxiety ever since I was a kid, and I have been aware of it, but I've never really been diagnosed of it, okay? So yeah, that's been that. I did start my therapy like 2 months ago, and then I dropped off after just like 3 sessions, and that was just because I was feeling super anxious about going to therapy. And you know, how much so ever we say that we are more woke and accepting and talk about mental health, there's still a little bit of that stigma somewhere, at least even within ourselves. Like my friends, my family, everybody was very supportive and fine with the fact that I'm seeking therapy, because well, if you need it, please go seek professional help, right? But it was somewhere inside my head that it didn't feel right, so I did quit therapy, and things just got worse. My depressive, what do you say, symptoms started to worsen. Definitely there were some triggers that I'm not still ready to share on an online platform that way, but there were some personal life triggers. Regardless of that, it just got a little worse, a lot worse. So much so that it started hampering my daily routine. It started hampering my work. Just the reason that I have been so inconsistent. I have been not doing well physically, mentally, and all of these things really. Additionally, something adding on to the anxiety and my depressive symptoms was that I shifted places. So I don't think I've shared this on my YouTube channel. My Instagram fam probably knows it. I shifted to a new house probably like a month prior. So shifting to a new place, getting readjusted to a new environment and everything, it led to a lot more anxiety and a lot more, I don't know, there was just uncomfort, like discomfort basically. I was uncomfortable. There was some sense of discomfort. There was some sense of missing home when I was in my home. So yeah, I really felt like going to home where I was at my home, right? And there's nothing really to be ashamed of, and the very fact that today I'm at least as confident to speak about the fact that yes, I do suffer from borderline clinical depression and anxiety, it's pretty okay, like it's pretty normal, okay? Mental health is kind of funny in a way that you really can't tell what a person is going through, you know. I mean, none of my friends or family, acquaintances, anybody who I ever met could tell that that was what was up with me, right? Regardlessly, after restarting my therapy, I've only gone for like 3 sessions now that I've restarted now. But I'm feeling much better, you know. So my therapist gives me all these sort of mental exercises, journaling. We of course we are continuing cognitive behavioral therapy to treat the depressive symptoms, and a lot more things are happening alongside. I like to talk about it. I'm not ashamed of it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just something I wanted to convey. So that is the reason I was so absent. I was not really well for these 2 months. I had like so basically okay, having depression and anxiety together, I feel it's probably like the worst combination ever. So depression makes you lose interest in things, lose your sleep, makes you either not eat at all or eat a lot, like binge eat, like mindless eating, all right? I was more towards the mindless eating and binging bit, and it sucks. So basically I'm not a certified therapist, so I'm not like putting out a diagnosis, but these are some symptoms and these are some outcomes when you're suffering from clinical depression, right? That you lose interest in things you love. You either sleep too much or you don't get enough sleep. I was not getting enough sleep, so I was tired throughout the day. I was probably just laying down on bed but not getting sleep, okay? It would be like any like some all the time a show or movie would always be playing in the background, but my mind was always somewhere else. I was just not able to concentrate. My focus went away. I felt slow, you know, with the speed and quickness I used to complete my tasks. I could not focus, so my activities, my whole, you know, persona was like slowed down, and there's immense amount of fatigue that comes with it. Clinical depression and feeling sad or depressed are two hugely widely different things, right? And it could even be a little bit like triggering if you tell a clinically depressed person that, oh, you know, I'm also feeling the same way, it's okay, just get over it, or you know, go for a jog, go for a run, you'll feel better. Buddy, clinical depression is a disorder. Feeling sad slash depressed is a state of mind, or like an episodic feeling, or in that particular time frame you're feeling maybe sad or just off or just low on your moods, right? So I mean, I put up a story about it on my Instagram a couple of days back, and I received immense kindness and love in my DMs, but definitely because of the unawareness of the very disorder, regardless of it being like depression is such a commonly used term, right? Like people just throw it into random conversations, but it's a lot more serious. And clinical depression is a disorder. Don't just throw away the very word depression and anything and everything, you know, right? So there were a lot of people come, I'm also feeling the same way. I'm like, bro, you practically cannot feel the same way because I have a mental disorder. You are probably just sad about it, okay? And it's basically, so clinical depression forms this weird loop, especially when I, like a person like me who has it in combination or combined with anxiety. So anxiety makes you worry a lot. Anxiety makes you worry a lot panicky, your heart rate's always up, and you know, you're just constantly worrying about things, to say the least. And it's just depression makes you lose interest in everything, and then your anxiety makes you worry about that you're not doing anything, so you're in that constant loop of guilt, which is so hard to break. Which is like this whole thought seems so simple, right? But when you're actually in it, it takes so much longer to actually break this loop, break this cycle. So basically you worry about being unproductive, yet you're unable to get out of bed and actually do shit, and that's how the loop forms. You know, you're not doing anything, but you're constantly feeling worried and guilty about it, and that's the guilt loop, which is the toughest to break, recognize and break. I have been able to recognize it because I was throughout pretty alert and conscious of my, you know, declining and deteriorating mental health, because I have been an overthinker bloody hell my entire life. So I was aware that I am doing this to me, and you know, I only need to pull myself out of it. I only need to pull myself out of the desire to just constantly lay in bed and not do shit, because that's just not me. I had to remind myself who bloody Gurishq Kaur is. I'm still currently in therapy, and that's helping me, because when there are these low bad days, it just, oh boy, like it. I am just like slightly better, I can say. I am not even close to like healed, but I'm really trying. And mental health, I guess we really need to talk about it more. So even the other day, my therapist proposed that I and my therapist might or are willing to at least make content for you on generalized mental health advices or maybe exercises to keep your mental health in check and help you with, you know, just keeping your mental health and your sanity right. Okay, so let me know, please let me know in the comments below if you would like that. And this is solely pretty much the sole reason that I have been gone and just, you know, all over the place, right? Because I don't really put all of my life on social media, and depression has even sucked out that you know, that joy of putting out stuff on social media even more. But I'm really trying to get back to it, because makeup is something that is supremely therapeutic to me. I mean it with, you know, I mean it in my bones when I say that makeup is therapy to me. It's so therapeutic. I just get to sit with my thoughts, blend it away. Creativity, makeup, that blending, it's ultimately so soothing to the soul. It's that to me. Thereby I have to of course like get back to work, right? Because this is what grounds me, keeps me sane indeed. Recognizing all this took quite a while. It took a couple of months, to be honest, but we're at it. I guess if I'm gone in the middle sometime, I guess you now know that it's something I'm fighting, you know, side by side, and I'm really still trying to be as productive as I can, because I most certainly don't want to just keep myself locked up in my bedroom and not interact with you guys and be here and create the life what I bloody hell want, right? And by the way, this is my new studio room that I'm currently filming in. I will film studio room tour pretty soon, you guys. You guys have requested it so much, and finally that I have an actual makeup room, like studio room. I want to make the most of it, and I feel good that I have it now, so that I have the motivation to get out of my bedroom, and I call this my office, my studio room, to come to office and work my ass off. You know, we have pretty big dreams, and for that we definitely got to show up each day and work our asses off, and we will. Don't you worry, honey, we will make it happen. And I'll keep this video short. I just wanted to convey this, that this is what has been happening. And where is Gurishq Kaur? There was Gurishq Kaur. She's getting better each day, right? I have started you know, a dance class where I get some physical activity together. Endorphins and dopamine rush up to the feel-good hormones in your body, right? And I also am back to work, which is like that calms my soul, that calms my anxiety and worries. And yeah, dude, this is just pretty much all that I ever wanted. Certainly today is one of the better days that I'm able to just speak up as much and talk to you guys about this. Just be open and understanding. Agar nahi pata to search about it, maybe from certified sources, FYI, and just try to gain more and more knowledge. You never know when you would require this knowledge. Why is it more than just feeling sad? Okay, when you will require this knowledge, God forbids, for yourself or for a friend or for a family member. Like according to statistic, thereby 1 out of every 10 people suffer from depression once in their entire lifetimes. So it's pretty common. Some people are not even able to recognize it, and when you're at, like, I'm borderline clinically depressed, but when somebody is like really deep into it, the deeper they are into this whole loop, it's very, very hard to pull them out of it. Okay, recognize what's happening with your body, like physically, how's your head, what space are you in mentally. Keep a check on yourself, take breathers, breaks to refresh, and don't push yourself too hard, but definitely pull yourself out of a negative spot if you have been there for too long. And I'm genuinely open for a talk if you are willing. You can continue the positive talk in the comment section, and or you can even DM me on my Instagram. I always try to reply to most of the DMs, and my followers know that I end up like literally chatting to them like at full length, and I would truly love to talk about more about all stuff mental health. Let me know in the comments below genuinely if you're interested. I and my therapist can probably do like a content series on this, because certainly I'm not a certified professional to give you any information, but apparently she is, and or more of her teammates are. So we can cook up, you know, a nice content series for you all that will be, first of all, helpful for me too, and definitely for the world to get some insight on their own minds. That was a sweet little story time for today. I hope you, I don't really want to say enjoyed it, but I mean, just thank you for being along, guys. Okay, I truly truly appreciate 18,400 of you. I see. I sometimes really think I don't deserve you guys for the fact that I'm not able to deliver that consistent, beautiful content that you so deserve. But trust me when I say this, I'm trying my best and more to manage and balance everything out before I end up weeping and crying on the camera. I'll bid you guys a final goodbye. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye.